Whoa, baby. Stedemon Axes, AXES. It's in blue. It's a different looking knife, isn't it? You know, and when I posted on Instagram, some guys are going, whew, that looks an awful lot like an NOC knife. And I go, yeah, it does. Yeah, it does. And bang, there we go. And the blade looks even weirder. It's a Vanax steel blade. Vanax? Yeah, I mean, I took 2 milligrams of Vanax before I started the camera, so I'm feeling it. Oh, no, that's not Vanax. Hey, here we go. $300 on White Mountain Knives. They got them in gray. They got them in blue. 10% off gets you about $270, correct? So here's your stats right out of the box. It's 8.86 inch knife, so it's almost 9 inches, you know, under 4-inch blade, and 138 grams, 60 HRC, KVT bearings, you know, and it's got a disordered pattern carbon fiber scale. So I read that after I got, because I didn't read the last line before I got this. I just thought, oh, this is cool. I want to put it on my channel. Whether I'm going to hold it or not is a whole different question. But I just thought it's funky, weird. Look at that back spacer. One guy says wheels on a wheelchair. Hey, thanks, buddy. I'm not that old yet. Pretty close, but not quite. So it comes in a box, and I thought, okay, so that's really strange. What are they talking about? Disordered pattern. And I was at the pub having a cold frosty, and so I didn't have the box with me. And I go, when I get home, I'm gonna look in this box. And I go, okay, I mean, I don't get it. Maybe I got the wrong one, and then peel back the lovely, and here you go. So I go, holy moly. It's got a set of disordered pattern. I don't know, does that look like shred carbon fiber to you? Kinda. And then here's the tool, if we can stop from breaking things. And here's the tool. You know, I really like Torxes instead, and here's why. Let me tell you why, because I already unscrewed one of these, and see, look closely. Even with this tool, you're going to have the opportunity. Good Lord, can I even? First of all, you got to fit this damn thing in there. There you go. And then second of all, you know, keep it from jumping up out of that hole or doing this and that. So, wow, I think I'd take a really small bladed screwdriver and one that's fairly thin, and maybe put a piece of material like microfiber or something between it, you know, so that you don't scrape these up. But we will disassemble this with this, and I'm going to put these scales on it so you can get an idea, number one, what it looks like with those scales on it. Number two, how does that affect the weight? And number three, everything's got to be a number today, I guess. Sorry about that. But so I'm going to put this away for now, because we're going to throw down the rotten dirt towel and get after it here in a minute. But let's put it on the scale. Like I said, not quite 9 inches long. Long and thin. Do you like it? It's got a great drop, okay? And it'll cut your thumb right off, because yes, it'll do that. So don't swing it down too hard. You can get up here. Yeah, I think you got to have the touch, but you can be careful and do that. Not quite 5 ounces. So how is that for you? 137 grams? Okay. I mean, that's not too bad, but there's not a lot of height here. Let me grab my ever trusty caliper over here and kind of give you an idea of the height. Just an inch. I mean, you get like 1.5 inches or 1.6 with the PM2, right? It's out here to New Jersey. Yeah, 1.6. So it's a big difference in the real estate in your pocket, front to back. Yes, this is, yeah, this not so good. This, better. This, much lighter. This, not quite there. Okay, so this is an ounce heavier, but this is bigger too. Check this out. This is insane. Okay. Yeah, it's bigger, isn't it? Whew. Dog. It's bigger. Now, hey, put it up to this. Oh, by the way, I just got this. Oh, my. Stop my beating heart, you know? The Manex XL in M4. If that doesn't like satisfy most of the commotion and motion in your heart, then I don't know what will. Always liked the Manex, but always thought, you know, I love that XL. I just wish they'd do something with the standard model to kick it up a notch. And whew, but still, look at, I mean, that XL is not small. That's not a small knife, my friends. So let's put the real tape on it now that I'm done lusting over my Manex. Okay, 3 3/4. Okay, cutting length 3 3/4. Same. 96, 97 millimeters, 9 inches. Boom. They said 8.85. Come on, baby. That's 9. And it's really close to 23 centimeters overall. So we were feeling up and down, but let's feel sideways. 0.58 at almost 15 millimeters. That's a handful. Okay, that is, it's wide. It's thick. And 3.6 millimeter at 0.14. So pretty heavy blade stock considering you're only going a real short distance. And of course, here's your flat, and then you got to get down to an edge from there. So you're getting there quick. Now, is it sharp? Okay, it's reasonably sharp. Can I finish the cut? There we go. Yeah, it's pretty sharp. So tell me about Vanex. Well, I'll give you the link to the manufacturer's site, right? It's super clean. And here's what they're saying about it. You know, it's kind of a, we want toughness, we want wear resistance, right? But we want corrosion resistance as well, okay? So, bingo. Here comes this, and here's your chemical composition, which shows a high amount of nitrogen in here, and look at how much chromium. So there's a lot of corrosion resistance in here. Carbon, nothing to brag about there, but vanadium 3.5. I guess when they put it all in the furnace together, it makes for pretty good wampum. And I'll give you the link also to the Knife Steel Nerds, and they have an article on here. It goes for about 5,000 pages, and then there's an essay test at the end. But this is, you know, they're talking about other nitrogen alloyed steels, and, you know, about in here's like how hard can you make this stuff? How high can you go? So I didn't get through the whole article, but I mean, there's page 1. Pause and read there. And then beyond that, you got to go to the link, and it's like 8 or 10 pages. So I think we can safely say that the Vanex steel is an interesting steel. It should be a hell of a good user steel. It should give you wear resistance and a lot of corrosion resistance as well, as opposed to my good old buddy here, because CPM M4 is nowhere near a stainless, okay? You gotta be careful with that, or you're going to get corrosion on it. But, oh man, other than that, it's hellaciously good. Now, here we go. And the action on this knife is nice. It's just, you know, I'm careful because I know it's going to bite me. Say hello. And, but it is nice. It is smooth. It's really interesting. Take a look at the, here, hold on. Take a look at blade to handle length. I don't understand that. Do you? I mean, you've got a knife that's 9 inches long. You should be able to put a 4-inch blade in there, and I think they could have put another 1/4 inch in there. See that? Now, as this, the back of this knife, as it angles towards the blade, and the blade angles towards that, could you have really done that? And would that have changed where you needed to have your stop and all that kind of stuff? I don't know. So I'm not the engineer and I'm not the designer, but it looks shy as far as blade to handle length. The flow on the design is fine. And it is what it is. I mean, there's people just out and out, just, this is stupid, don't even like it. And there's others that really find it intriguing. So that's what you get with that. Really cool. It'd be interesting to get this punched for Rockwell, but I don't know that I'm going to do that, because I think I got a buddy in Sweden who's saw me posted on Instagram and says I must possess this knife. So don't know what I'm going to do there. There's your lockup. See down here? So it's 30% at least, best I can tell, right there. And it's easy to disengage the lock bar, okay? The lock bar itself, see where it is? It's raised up. It's differential height here, makes it easy for your thumb to just disengage and kick it off. So that's pretty good. Ergos are fine. It's pretty neutral in here. You can get a grip. Yeah, that's not bad. Balance point. Let me back this up a little bit. Okay, there's the balance right there. No jimping on the flipper tab here, really canted forward, but not overly large. And of course, since it's canted forward like that, it really just doesn't stick up and become an issue there. The pocket clip is nice, okay, but it's right hand. I don't know if I can flip this to a left-handed. We'll be able to see more when we take this off. Okay, let's see. Which way did I do this last time? I guess I came from this side, so let's try this. Get it to settle all the way in and turn. Okay. There we go. Pivot surround and the pivot screw. We're all good. Next. Yeah, much longer screw for the pocket clip, as you can see there. Put that down there. Pocket clip off. Yeah, typical for the that triangle shape in there. Fits in there, holds it in place. I guess we can unscrew that, because apparently we don't have a one-piece pivot. We got a tube and 2 screws, one from one side, one from the other. And I don't think they look different, so let's see if this thing will come apart. Well, here's our scales. They're off. Okay, liner is off. Here's your back spacer and your other liner. So you got pretty much everything apart here. Okay, so you've got a hardened steel insert in here with ceramic detamp ball. And there were some black marks in here, but that was left by my plastic tool and they just wiped off. So here's your track for your internal blade stop, which is clear over here on the blade here. Detent hole, etc., etc. Not a problem there. Here's our new scales. And so let's reconstruct this. Obviously, this is for the lock bar side because there's a cutout here. So we can do that. I don't know. This pushes on through, doesn't it? Oh, at least that'll hold on to things. And we can put a locator here. We can put our back spacer back on here like that. Okay, we're rolling it around right there. And we want to put another bearing. Washer on, plus the liner. Okay. Let's get something grounded in here first. And on this side here, if we can. So now it's reassembled. It's set up for my left-handed buddy in Sweden. But yeah, I mean, you can see when you use that steel tool on these without a cloth in between, you're going to have little marks on that titanium. I don't know why they didn't just go ahead and use steel screws on here, or maybe give you one of these tools that was done in plastic, like 3D printed or molded in plastic. Might have been a smarter move. I don't know about the engineering on that, but oh well. The action on it's pretty good. It's pretty well centered. So the big question now is, what's the weight differential? And maybe those outer scales didn't make a huge difference. 115.8. So now it's down to 4 ounces. Wow. Not quite a full ounce drop, but close. Not too bad. No, not bad at all. So don't know, is this a better look with this bronze to go with a carbon fiber? Kind of nice. Kind of nice rather than blue. And of course, you get both, you know. So you get your blue scales, you get your carbon fiber, or you can get these in gray and the carbon fiber as well. So either way, an interesting option and an interesting knife from Stedemon. The Axes, you know, with a Van X blade. Go figure. Thank you for joining me. Appreciate it. You know what we do. We love them knives, so you guys stay sharp.